Hello everyone and welcome to a video tutorial. We're going to cover scale and we're going to do it in relation to figures today. So we're going to do one really big figure and then one really tiny figure, and we're going to make sure that it looks distinctive, and how we do that, we go about that. So first things first, let's do the big one because that'll be easier for our brains to handle. So I would start with, use a pen. Start with a big circle, and that'll be our head, and then we're gonna just scale it down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5, and then from here we're just gonna do a basic standing figure, and we're just gonna draw. I'm gonna just define where the smallest part, the pelvis, hips, chest, shoulders, neck, trapezoid, shoulders, and knee, and feet. Cheek, and then we can add a little bit of a face. So I am going through this quite quickly. I have some earlier videos that kind of cover why I'm doing things in a certain way. Go watch those first if you're kind of confused about what's happening here, and then come back to this one, because there's just not enough time to explain all of that all at once. We can add eyes, eyebrow, eye, like so. We'll make this a male, or gender neutral, I guess. Androgynous, whatever the case. Okay, so we have the one big one. There's multiple ways we can scale this down, depending on how you want to compose it. The easiest way, if you're going to do it more realistically, or if you're going to do it as an illustration, or you need some level of realism, the best way is to use perspective. So what we're going to do is we're going to define this as the vanishing point. And from here, we're just going to draw lines to the initial points that we made. Just really light. Just barely glide it along. And this is a technique you should also learn with pencil and pen, because you can get nice light lines like this. You can have guidelines, but without it impacting your drawing. So then now we have these lines. If you want, you can use a ruler. That might make it easier to find. And then from here, let's say the figure's here. So this part will be the head, this part will be the chest, this part will be this one will be the belly button. So there's that. That's the crotch. Here is about the knees. Here is about the feet. And then from here, neck, chest, crotch. And then trapezoid, shoulder, hands. And then you can give them the same hairstyle. And this figure in the distance, we really can't see that much detail, so we don't worry about drawing too much of the face or anything. We're just kind of drawing the outline, but within the same scale. Now, if we wanted to scale the middle one, that one might be a little bit easier. So we have the two extremes. Then if we want to find the one in the middle, you just draw the head here. Let's see. Belly button's about here. So this head would be slightly smaller. Belly button's about here. Chest. Oh, sorry. I forgot this line. That's why this is confusing. This one. There, now it makes sense. So it's always good to find out if something doesn't quite fit the mold. So then the chest is up here. And then shoulders, and then pelvic region. Knees come to here. And then feet come down to here. And then hands, elbow, hands, elbow. And then we can add some hair again. Ears. Then maybe you can draw the indication of a face of eyebrows, eyes, indication of a nose, smile, like so. So you can scale it like that, and you can even scale it bigger, so you can go one bigger, you can go one smaller, you can do whatever you want, but this makes it a lot easier to figure out where you're going to put things. You can even use this, I'll try and squeeze one in here, to do a figure, but in a slightly different proportion. So what you need to draw is a line of action, and then we're going to have to adjust it. So from the ground up, the feet should be the first thing, because the head will move slightly here. So if this one is tilting like this, what we want to do is, let's find the middle, which is the hips. So that will adjust slightly lower, because everything, when you draw figures and you adjust their proportions, they'll always slightly be lower than the normal standing, because that's how gravity works, unless they're floating in space. Then that's something entirely different. The chest will be about here, and then from here, the head will come to here, neck will come to here, trapezoids to here, and then we can draw the hands later. Crotch will drop lower than here, about middle. And then knees will drop to about this line here. And then feet will come to here, like so. Then we can draw the hands, so we just draw a nice loop, and that's about where the elbow should be. Draw a nice loop, that's where the other elbow should be. And then we've got a figure in a different line of action, but still within scale. And then we can just add hair. This is the same person, just doing whatever they feel like. Having a morning stretch. That's what everyone should do, a morning stretch like this. And then you can even adjust it to here. You can do the same here. Just do it a little quicker. So drop this lower. Belly button here. Hips. Crotch should be about here. Chest should be about here. Belly button should be about here. Feet just come down like this. As long as it's within the constraints, then you can even do this to find where the hand should be if you want to do it quickly. And then hair. And then you've got another figure in proportion, and then you can have these cool little images that even if it's not really a finished piece, it'll look cool when you show off to your friends. So have fun with this, give it a try. If you don't like it, that's fine. You can try other methods, or you can come and ask me any questions that you have. I'm sure you might enjoy this sort of exercise, and it helps you understand scale and proportion and all that sort of stuff. So have a good one. Catch you next time.